Got my box full. This is like 100% just grass clippings. So I'm watering it and I'm gonna let it break down over a few days or a week. And then I'm going to, I've got started raking up more piles of grass, but I'm gonna let this break down and then I'll put it in. And then once I get it completely full, then I'll start adding the I'll scrape out the coops and add that on top and get the rabbit dung and put that on top and start moving everything on top. And as I water it and as it rains, it'll just run down through there and just start cooking it. But over there, that half that I showed you already, it's warm to the touch, so it's already cooking really good. But all this is really still dry, so. But it's gonna be awesome next spring. I was joking to Ricky, I said, by next spring I'll have a handful of good rich dirt, because I mean it just breaks down so fast, but it's really rich. I mean, that okra is the best okra I've ever grown. It's like 3 times as tall. The trunks of some of them are like small trees. Look at that. Wow. Whenever it comes time to rip that out, it's going to be a pain. I mean, that branch that's sticking off of it, that's as thick and as strong as I've ever had okra before, so it's like 4 times better. And it produces, this is a small amount of what I planted, and it produces so much that Ricky started putting it in the freezer, cutting it up and vacuum sealing it and freezing it. So we'll have okra this winter, but next spring we're going to have so much food, we aren't going to know what to do with it all. But I read that coffee grounds help with the breakdown process, so I'm going to be adding that in here, get it started. So, like a week ago was the first day of fall, and I woke up one morning and I wasn't feeling very well, so I kind of didn't do a lot of anything that day. And from then on out, it's just been cold. It's 54 degrees right now. It's 9:30 in the morning. I've been waiting to let the chickens out because it's just so awfully cold and I can't bear it. I don't know if they'll be able to, we'll see. I don't know what their temperature threshold is. But I was just, I had all these plans like, oh, you know, it'll cool down to 75 and I can do this and I can do that. Nope, just suddenly dropped like it's ready for winter already. Need to get them some food. So what this means is I have to start preparing for the cold that's going to freeze their water and freeze the animals and everything. Soon they'll be switching to laying feed, and at that point I'll be moving those guys in with them. Right now they're still in the medicated stuff, but I don't know what Pearl was when she was hit by a car, but these two are definitely boys. You can tell by their curly butt feathers and his green head. So, no point in keeping them around. They might be dinner or pets, I don't know. It was kind of really foggy this morning, sprinkled a little bit. Yesterday I moved all my lettuce and stuff, kale over here, above the compost pile. It's breaking down really nicely. I keep filling it up and it keeps breaking back down. Filling it up and it breaks back down. So next spring should be really awesome. My radishes are almost done. I've kind of decided to stop plucking okra so that I can get some seeds for next year. Got some that are getting pretty big. Pretty big radish. I keep finding these little guys and I keep throwing them in the chicken coop and they peck them where their guts hang out, but they won't eat them. But whatever, as long as they're not in my garden. My mom is coming in like 25 days or so to help harvest the chickens, and by then the rabbits might be big enough as well. They're getting pretty big. They eat a lot, but I don't know, it's my first year with rabbits, so I think I bred Miss Penelope and Miss Mustard, but we will see. He tried anyway. Are you eating your box? They're getting pretty big, some of them. Some of them are staying kind of small, like this guy. You're one of the smallest, bunny. Yes, I know you want food. But this guy, he's pretty big. I don't know how much he weighs. But I switched them out because these guys, when they're outside in the rabbit tractor, they fight with each other. Pierce each other's ears, whatever. But when they're in here, they get along. But I've been looking around the property for things like this. They love this box. Every rabbit loves this box. Penelope and Miss Mustard used to fight over it before I switched them out. But I need to find them cozy little things to huddle up in, everyone. With these guys, a little more difficult because I have to find something that'll fit through that little bitty door. When I put straw in there, they just eat it. So I need to find them a box or something. But Nachier got sick, quit eating, and died, like in a hurry. So I skinned her, and I'm gonna make something for my arrows. Hey, Bucky boy. Rabbits breed really fast. Like, it was interesting to watch. But that's Mrs. Mustard and that's Penelope. She's still as awful as ever. The other day, maybe it was, day before yesterday, we went to the co-op and to get chicken feed. And while we were there, we met a nice lady who, she was talking to the co-op people about her goats. So Ricky asked her about them and stuff, and she came outside where I was petting the co-op cat and started talking to me about the goats and stuff, and said that she has 3 that she was looking to sell, and they're all does and they're all registered, and she wants to sell them all for a really incredibly low price because she found out that I'm wanting to get into this. I'm super new to this. And she wants to help me out, and she just is a really neat lady. Yesterday we talked on the phone for about an hour and a half, and she just told me her whole life story, and we share so many things in common. But I got really excited, and Ricky and he stayed up late today to come to the store with me to buy way too much stuff. We got a new 16-foot trailer, and then we got 20 of these cow panels, and a big gate, and 40 of these stakes, big heavy duty stakes. So now I'm going to turn that into a goat yard with all of this. And this is designed to screw into wooden posts. And the other day I cut down a tree, and at the time I didn't really know why I was cutting it down. I just knew that I would need it soon, and so I cut it down, and gosh, cutting a tree down with an axe really takes some work. My arms hurt for a few days, and my stomach, muscles, and just everything. Just cutting down this little tree. And I still have to cut off all the branches and stuff. I just left it where it fell. But I'm hoping that it's big enough around to hold up that gate once I sink it into the ground. If not, then I'll have to find a bigger one. But I mean, it's tall enough. I can just hack it off like there or there and sink it in the ground and screw the gate to it. There's a lot of junk in our woods from previous owners. But gotta get to work. So, on one of my videos, someone said that my property was perfect for permaculture and building swales and stuff. And I don't think they knew how right they were. I'm trying to put together this fence for my goats, and I've been stuck here for 2 days. I mismeasured by a few feet and dug the first post hole there, and that bag is holding the clips that hold this fence on. But anyway, I mismeasured by a few feet, so I had to abandon, pull the log back out that I cut down from my forest, and start a new one. And I decided to dig this one deeper because it was still kind of unsteady with how deep that one was. And over 24 hours ago, I filled this hole with water, and it still has water in it. So I could build swales, I could build a pond. I don't know. I'm watching to see how fast this drains, because if it doesn't drain, then I could definitely build a pond for the goats to play in here and not have to worry about lining it with concrete or anything like that. But this dirt is just so packed hard down. And at a certain depth it kind of turns yellow instead of brown. So, but I mean, it's like stone almost when you're trying to run your tools down through it. So that's why I put the water in there. But I'm still gotta wait because it's too, I mean, this is a mess. I tried to dig 2 scoopfuls and it's just a mess. And so I'm gonna wait for it to finish draining, see how long that takes. That right there is one of my favorite roosters. He's very protective, and he's less scared of me. There's also one of the black and white dotted ones. I don't think that's him. That also stands up to me really well, and I like that because they don't peck on the hens, they don't peck on each other, but they are protective and they are brave, and I like that about them. So I'm probably gonna keep him and the other rooster who acts like him. And he's also pretty. He's got like the whitest, prettiest chest and the biggest comb. He's just proud. But they're no longer chicks. They're definitely chickens. I spoil them. Whenever I feed them, I go and I sit in there and I pick them up and I pet them. And there's one hen that really likes me. I call her my girl. And while I'm chasing chickens who got out during the day, she follows me around, kind of like Crooked Beak did. But I'm trying not to get attached to her. What are you doing? Think I got something? Hey, little guy. They've been getting way more used to me. They used to just scream and run, but they know I've got good soft pettings for them. You're a good chicken. This one used to be so terrified of me. Every time I grabbed it, it would scream like it was dying. And now look at it. We're thinking that's one of the Easter eggs. We got like 4 or 5. Crooked Beak was one and he's dead. Hey, little girl. What you doing under there? You want some petting too? But I got a new feeder, and it has been so handy because I was using these little things and I had to fill them up 3 times a day. And but that takes an entire bucket full, and then this takes 5 scoops to fill these 2, and I don't have to feed them but once a day now. It's so awesome. We've been waiting for eggs. I check every day. It's not time for them to lay eggs, but I thought maybe we'd have an early starter. But I've got all kinds of things for them to perch on in here. I need to screw them to the walls, but I haven't yet because I want to do it in such a way where they can still get on them and it's still easy for me to clean it out. I already scooped everything out once. I need to put some more straw in here, but they fill it up with poop fast because there's so many of them. But what's he doing with his leg? You doing the 1 foot thing, buddy? No eggs. They always scrape the hay out of there, or the straw out of there and poop in it. They never don't use it for its intended purpose. That back there, I don't think that's my girl. There's 2 like her, and I don't think she's my girl, because she would already be out here. Where are you, my girl? See, we got an escapee over there. They don't know what to do with the new fence. I don't see my girl anywhere. Where's my girl? Why aren't y'all coming to say hi to me? I hope they don't lay eggs under there. That would suck. I'd have to get on my hands and knees in this disgusting mess they've created. Hey guys. She's got to be under there somewhere. This kitty, he's getting a little bit better. He's not as terrified of me. When he's inside the barn, I can pet him, but not out in the open. But I put DE in their fur because they came in the house and brought fleas with them. Because we let them in the house like once or twice a week to just kind of explore for a few minutes. And when they start trying to walk on the dishes and stuff, they get kicked out. But I got a flea on me, so we treated Snow with Frontline, which I don't usually like Frontline, but that's all the co-op had. And I didn't feel like going to PetSmart or Petco. But I just DE'd them. They did not like it at all, but they stopped licking and scratching, so I guess it got rid of the fleas. So that's awesome. I need to brush these guys with DE. It's supposed to help with mites, but they don't seem to be bothered by anything. They're not losing any feathers aside from the ones they pluck out of themselves. But they're all big and healthy. We pick up the roosters and we pinch their legs to see how big they are, because they're supposed to be going in a couple of weeks. My mom's coming up to help. Hey, little girl. But everyone said it was really easy to raise chickens, and they were right. I mean, aside from feeding and watering them, I don't do anything. I just come out and pet them sometimes. They really like my ring. You gonna get it? Get it. They're really funny animals. Oh, you're gonna eat that feather? Yummy! That's gross. And he just swallowed it. The boys, they're always sparring with each other, and they stick up their little neck feathers like little dinosaurs. It's really interesting to watch. Especially these guys. We call them Bitey, because his feathers were up. They always bite. They bite me, they bite Ricky, they bite each other. Are you pecking my boots, huh? What are you pecking my boots for? These little guys looked like zombies when they were small. They had these weird little like black circles around their eyes and stuff, but now their feathers are like green, shimmery black. But they're getting huge. Those guys are still wild. I haven't been able to get them to warm up to me, but they're the smartest out of all of them. And 0 of them have been taken by the hawk, so they're good chickens. We think they're the Rhode Island Reds, but we don't know. Ricky knows, but I don't know. You want some more pens? Get that ring? But if you ever want to start a homestead, definitely get chickens because they're pretty easy to keep, pretty fun to have around, plenty of food. Oh, you have pretty eyes. Oh, here comes Bitey. Last night, the wind blew that door closed. And so there was like 4 chickens inside. And all the rest of them were in this small coop. I mean, it was wall-to-wall chickens. They were on top of each other. And so I had to open this door up. And there was one white hen, like right there at the corner. And she wouldn't get in on her own because she couldn't see. Because I don't bring a flashlight out here. But so I had to like catch her because, and when I did, she screamed bloody murder like I was killing her, of course. And all these guys started freaking out. So once I got her and put her in there, I started just one chicken at a time, putting them, trying to even it out a bit. And they just let me. When they're at night, when they can't see anything, they're usually pretty docile. Hey, what are you doing? You wanting some pettins? So after Crooked Beak died, and he was the only one who liked me, I've got a lot of friends now. They all like me after Crooked Beak died. My girl finally came out of hiding. Hey, little girl. This is the first one that started acting nice to me after Crooked Beak died. That one's kind of pretty too. But that's her. Follows me around like a little weirdo.